Welcome to the Last Mile Profits videocast, the last word on the last mile. Are autonomous delivery vehicles going to make our good old postie or courier a thing of the past? Find out in a second. Modern Expo provides an integral ecosystem of screen-operated lockers, screenless autonomous solutions, refrigerated lockers, and even personal parcel lockers, powered by an in-house developed software. Well, Marek, autonomous delivery vehicles are being trialled up and down high streets around Europe, around the world. Can you see them replacing actual human beings?
You know what? I'd say complementing is probably more realistic in the short to medium term. Because although, yes, there are a lot of elements of the last mile that a vehicle like that can do well, up until now, with the exception of unbelievably expensive robots from guys and girls like Boston Dynamics, the others cannot navigate steps, cannot really do everything or almost everything that a human can do.
So what we're talking about is effectively parcel lockers on wheels that instead of being bolted to the pavement or to a wall around the corner within slipper distance, as you like to say, they're coming to the front door.
Yeah, so it without a doubt, it's an improvement in some ways. On the other hand, the challenge that I see, Peter, is that the consignee, the receiver, still has to come out at a certain moment in time to meet the ADV. And if by any chance he misses it, well, that's it, he's in trouble. So one of the key elements that's not good with standard home delivery, i.e. I wasn't home, that's not solved. So I think that's an issue, plus the fact that you do have to go out. So if you have to go out to your front door anyway, why not go the extra few meters to your proximate or slipper distance PUDO or locker? So, I'd say potentially interesting. I believe much more in a parcel locker in its more traditional form at this stage. However, Peter, I do see an opportunity. And, we had a discussion earlier on this that, can you get autonomous, not just guided vehicles, but really autonomous vehicles that can help in the last mile. And in the same way that my buddies at Uber Freight were testing truly autonomous line haul vehicles, I think there's scope for last mile delivery vehicles that allow the courier to no longer be a driver. The courier can focus on sorting parcels, planning what they're going to do in terms of interaction with the customer, maybe phone the customer if needed. Autonomous vehicle drops them at a safe place. They go and do their stuff. Vehicle's either waiting for them or does a tour around the block and comes back and is ready in a safe place.
Yeah, that's interesting. I hadn't thought of that as a concept. I mean, we're not Top Gear, but we'd still like to maybe lift up the hood, lift up the bonnet, have a little look under the skin. What are these autonomous vehicles carrying? And surely, if you've got a human on board, that's valuable parcel space used up.
Well, I think at the moment the challenge, Peter, is it's very hard to find a robot that can be produced for reasonable money that can do everything a human can do. So I have a feeling that we're stuck with the human taking up the parcel space. But actually, if you think about it, we're not that big in most cases. So I think that's not the biggest single issue. I think the issue is, finding a way to use these vehicles well. Ensuring that we automate as much as we can of the process, but above all, think about it. You then don't need somebody with a driving license. You don't need somebody who would be unnecessarily stressed, because driving in an urban area can be very stressful. So you cut all of that out. You don't have to worry about where to park. The vehicle drops you off at the most convenient stop next to your delivery, and if necessary, if there are no parking spaces, can go on around the block to pick you up again when you're ready. So, I see a whole lot of opportunities. For me, Peter, it's really interesting that people are spending amazing amounts of money on, these advanced robots that want to imitate what we humans can do, whereas we've already got the technology that can do some of the stuff that we can do.
It's a very exciting space to be working in. There's a massive startups all developing these types of technologies. So that always suggests that they've identified a future use for these vehicles.
Yeah, and I reckon you said earlier that we're not Top Gear, and I think Top Gear is not going to be around for a while, or if it's already not around. But I actually really find the idea appealing that perhaps we could test some of these things. So if there's any producers that have got something fairly autonomous, and we can test the idea of actually just doing the delivery part, so the courier is no longer a driver, then drop a comment below or contact us, because I think it's really interesting.
Yeah, totally agree. And we'd love to hear from everyone out there. If you've had any experience of either trialling or have witnessed one of these autonomous vehicles in action, please let us know what your thoughts are, as ever, in the comments below. Well, Marek, thank you for now. I look forward to catching up with you next time. Until then, cheers for now.
Thank you, Peter. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you for watching the Last Mile Profits video. For more free analysis of the last mile, please like, follow and subscribe below to ensure you are notified every time we upload new content.